Be here, and are you ready for me to show you one of the simplest bows you can make? It doesn't matter if you like to use the Bowdabra or the Easy Bow Maker or the M's Bow and Go, or maybe you just do bows by hand. I'm jealous that you do them by hand, but I have my surefire, simple way to make a gorgeous bow using 3 ribbons, and I'm going to show you right now. So come on in and say hey. This one is actually going to be using my Valentine. No, let me start that over again. How about Halloween? Let's get in the right season here. I have a 3 ribbon bundle that we're going to be using, and that's all it takes is 3 ribbon. So I put together this combination. This one happens to be a Halloween, but we have other ribbon bundles available. But this is one of my favorite color schemes. So I'm going to show you how I put it together. Now, I do use an extra tool. This is not mandatory, but a good dear friend of mine that's in my business coaching group, she made this. Her and her husband made this for me. She does have them available on her Etsy shop. And here in the comments down below, we'll get you a link to where you could get this 3 spool holder, because it's come in handy many, many times over the years. But you don't have to have it. You can just throw your ribbon on the floor. That's how I used to do it. So just whatever works best for you. Use my spool holder, my 3 ribbon spool holder right over here. That was made by one of my coaching members, my business coaching members. Shelly San Antonio in the house. Yay, girl. So the middle one is going to go obviously on the middle spool. The one that is going to be on top is going to be on the outer spool. So this ribbon bundle comes with 2 2.5-inch ribbons and 1 1.5. Watch what this does. Ooh, Deneen, Memphis in the house. Robin said the best quality of ribbon comes from Festive Creations. I'm not going to lie. I agree with you. I agree. I think that I carry some really great quality ribbon. Yes, that's the way I want it. So I'm going to show you. So what I'm doing is I've stacked them up in the order I want them to come off the spool. So the orange dot's on the bottom, the lime green is in the center, and then the 1.5 inches on top. Hello from Wisconsin. I don't know who it is, but hello, hello, steamy Jacksonville. God love you, Peggy. Oh, all right. So as I said, it doesn't matter if you're using the Bowdabra, the Easy Bow Maker, the M's Bow and Go, you can, or Pro Bow the Hand. It doesn't matter. You can achieve this same look. I did it on the Bowdabra for the longest time. My favorite one is the Easy Bow Maker, so that's the one I'm going to use. But you can use the M's Bow and Go just the same way. So how the Easy Bow Maker has 2 pegs, you would just go right here and use the center pegs on the M's Bow and Go. Or if you do this by hand, if you make bows by hand, you don't need the bow maker at all. You can still accomplish this same exact look with by hand. So we've got all 3 ribbons stacked. 1, 2, 3. And hello, Becky George. What we are going to do is we're going to come out to the 6-inch mark. So we're going to measure out 6 inches and pinch all 3 of them together. See how nice and neatly they're stacked? I'm going to put it right in that peg and twist. If you're doing this by hand, then obviously we're just going to skip the putting it in the peg. We're going to come out to the 6-inch mark over here and give it a twist as we go down. Look at the pretty side. Again, they're all stacked on top of each other. We're going to do this 2 loops on the bottom, or excuse me, yeah, 2 loops on each side. So I came out to the 6-inch, 6-inch. We're going to repeat that. Another 6-inch, 6-inch. Boom. And another one. Do all 3 ribbon at the same time. You are going to be amazed at how beautiful this bow is. And we're going to come in and we're going to do 1 set of 5-inch on each side. So a 5-inch loop over here, a 5-inch loop over here, twist as you're coming down so that the ugly side is up. Now we're going to do a 4-inch. So we're going to come in another inch and do a 4-inch and a 4-inch on this side. So let me repeat. We did 2 6-inch loops on the bottom. 1, 2. We did 1 5-inch loop in the center and then 1 4-inch loop on each side on the very top. And there we go. We're done with the spool holder or the 3 rolls of ribbon over here. You can retire those. This is where you also have to decide, are you going to use a zip tie to gather them all up? Because guess what? Look at how thick that is right in there. This gets really thick. That's why I like to use a zip tie to bundle it, you know, gather it all together. But I will also be adding a piece of floral wire or a pipe cleaner or whatever behind it so I can attach it to whatever it is it's going to, whether it's going to go in a mailbox. Oh, Angela, you should. We need to get more crafters going out there. So if I'm going to attach this to a mailbox or a wreath or a floral arrangement, whatever, I need to be able to attach it. So that's what I'm going to use that for. So I'm going to take that zip tie and I'm going to run it right alongside of my pegs. So right underneath, and I get underneath all the ribbon. Boom. Come up around here and zip tie. But before I tighten it completely, we're going to add that wire in there. Now I feel pretty safe. I can start lifting this off. And as I do, I just kind of tighten this as I come up. There's my nice bundle. If I turn it over, this is what the bottom side looks like. It looks nice and pretty. We're going to take that floral wire, run it right underneath there. Yep, it's really easy. This is a 22 gauge floral wire. All right, I'm going to bring my zip tie around here and I'm going to tighten the daylights out of it. Pull, 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 and get it as tight as I can. And yes, sometimes I will break them. I'm pulling them that hard, but I'm okay with that. Guess what? Now we're going to fluff this. Now I do cheat a little bit on this part. I use something that I like to call a fluff box, but you can anchor this to whatever you want, or you can hold it in your hand and we're going to spread it out. But no matter, or if you want to attach it to your mailbox post or your lamp post or wherever this bow is going to go, sometimes it's easier to just attach it to whatever. And so I'm going to add, I'm just going to pull this. Come on, girl. Oh, my eye is coming loose. There we go. So that just kind of gives me hands free right there. There we go. So I'm going to dovetail these edges. And by dovetailing, I'm just going to fold them wire side together in half and give it a little V-cut shape. I may go a little bit shorter than that later on, but we'll see. And I'm going to do the same thing with the raw edges on the bottom. So you should have 2 sets of raw edges. And of course, I'm going very, very slow just so that I can show you all this. But now we're just going to start spreading it apart. So there should be 3 ribbon, right? And I'm going to spread these apart. And you see how I'm kind of twisting them as I'm pulling them apart? That's because I've got that zip tie on there, and that zip tie is holding it nice and tight for me. Nice and tight. Okay, so let's just keep doo-dah, doo-dah. Pull, pull, pull. And see, like this one I know is going to be too tall for me. I'm just going to give it a little shave there, because I want to be able to see the ribbon underneath. That's the most important thing, is to be able to see the ribbon underneath. I'm going to keep going, and each layer I'm going to own that ribbon. It's going to comply with me. I'm pulling, tugging, and it's not coming apart because I used that zip tie on there. How stinking easy. So like I said, it doesn't matter if you're using a Bow Dabra, M's Bow and Go, whether you do a hand bow, or in this case, like I use the Easy Bow Maker, it just doesn't matter. But look what we started with, and look at what's popping out right now. Do you see how beautiful this bow is? And we did it with one swoop. One swoop. We did all 3 ribbon at the same time. And now we're just spreading them. Olga, thank you. Deneen, yes, I can. Jill, if you could, if you haven't already, would you please put the link to Kim's 3-spool holder? Or Kim Bryce, if you are watching, you can put the link down below. She does sell it on Etsy. And look at that. I don't even have to fluff anymore. So I started at the top fluffing. I'm going to trim this one back a little bit more because it's hiding the ribbon behind it. I don't want to hide the one behind it. Not much, but just a little. And this one's okay, but I'm going to go ahead and trim it anyway, just because I made the other 2 shorter. And that, my friend, is how you make a 3-ribbon bow with no matter what bow maker you want to use. And if I can get it, I got it tied on nice and tight here. Yep, there we go. Look at how pretty. And full. And full. So let's come up here. Check out, look how big this bow is. And it's full, it's voluptuous, and it takes 3 ribbon. Now, if you wanted to add tails to it, you could easily just put tails on the back and tie them into your wires. But I like these bows. When you put them on a design, look at how huge they are. This is a regular wreath. It's a 24-inch diameter wreath, and they're huge. They're a beautiful size. You're going to be able to see these from anywhere. And of course, those 3 colors just really go well together. So those are in a ribbon bundle. As I said, I did put together some other ribbon bundles this week. And if you have not seen those, guys, go check them out. Now, this one is also a Halloween. It's 4 ribbon bundles. This only takes 3, but if you wanted to add a 4th one, just be careful about how many layers you did. So if you recall, I did 2 loops of 6-inch on each side on the bottom, 1 loop of 5-inch on each side, and 1 loop of 4-inch on each side. So if you're using 4 rolls of ribbon, you might want to be careful it doesn't get too full, and then you have this big congested bow. I found this formula works really best for me, and it has that nice airy feeling, but it's not too crowded. I don't like a crowded bow. Have a great rest of your day, actually, and I'll see you back live tomorrow with the grandkids. Have a good one.